for being a haunted hotel for ghosts. This place is surprisingly nice. It's not spooky at all. You know, the hostess did say that the room provides for whatever we need. Though this is apparently the only room that she sells out to human guests. It's a pretty nice one, if you do ask me. Speaking of nice, you. Yes, you. Not looking so nice. I mean, it was really nice of you to hold the umbrella for me so I didn't get wet, but you are drenched. Yeah. Maybe, I'll start unpacking things, getting things settled in the room, and you go take a quick shower, change your clothes, get comfortable. It's fine. I'm not gonna go through all your things. I'm just gonna take out the things that we need right now. Pinky promise, I wouldn't ever abuse your trust like this. I just want you to be comfortable. Okay, good. Now off with you. Go, shoo. I'll see you in a bit. So, you feeling a bit more comfortable? I can tell. By the way, this look, it's really nice on you. Very comfortable, but still very aesthetic. I approve. Of course, look who I'm talking to. You look good and everything, so it's not even worth mentioning at this point. Though, I can't help but notice that you did not dry your hair properly. Do I have to do everything around here? You might catch a cold if you don't dry off your hair. And then you'll end up being a permanent resident of this ghost hotel. I'm gonna go see if I can find a towel. You sit down. Sit. Don't move. I'll be right back. Okay, so good news. I found a towel. Bad news. It's like a hand towel. Which, kind of makes sense because I don't think ghosts have to dry off. In fact, I don't really know too much about like friendly ghosts anyway. I only know about the hostile ones. But still, I guess this is gonna have to work because I'm not gonna have you dripping all over the place and catching a cold, and then I'm gonna feel bad, and then I'm gonna come to your apartment and then take care of you, and you're gonna get sick and tired of me, and then I'm gonna have no friends, and it's gonna be terrible. So let's just cut that part out and let me take care of you. Good, okay. Just going to start by gently patting you down. Just gently pat. It's no problem, honestly. I should be thanking you for coming with me. By the way, I know she said that this was like a super busy time for them or whatever, like All Hallows Eve or whatever, which makes sense. A lot of spooky things. This is like their time, But I didn't see any guests. I mean, did you? Like, she said this place was busy. It was like supposed to be like hopping or whatever. But I didn't really see any other guests besides us. And I know I'm pretty aware of the supernatural, as are you, but I don't know. It's still kind of weird that I didn't see a single ghost. Did you see anyone? You did? Like, how busy are we talking? Like, really busy? There was ghosts everywhere. Like, downstairs. How come you were able to see it and I couldn't? Weird. Keep your secrets. At least were they nice to you? They didn't look at you too funny, right? Kinda sucks that I didn't get to see them come all the way to a haunted hotel. I don't get to see any ghosts. Doesn't seem fair, you know? Okay. Maybe I just can't sense nice ones. Or maybe this hotel is protecting them. Which would make sense. This is supposed to be a time for rest and relaxation for them. Kind of reminds me of the movie Spirited Away, where all the spirits come and relax, rejuvenate themselves. Though the owner did say that there's this creepy, like, park, flower garden around the premises. Do you want to see if maybe we can try and find it? Or she did mention that they do have a beach on the premises, which is pretty crazy. And I wouldn't mind seeing. Do you want to go see it? Did you pack any bathing suits? Like I told you to. I told you to pack them. If you didn't, I'm at a loss. You did? Okay, good. Let me just double check and make sure that you are A-okay. I know, funny, I'm drying you off only to get wet again. I don't make the rules, but just in case you change your mind, at least you're somewhat more dry. You relax. I'll go see if I can flag a invisible work person. I'll just look for something that's moving that shouldn't be. And try to flag them down and see where the beach is. Okay, be right back. I know, I was gone for so long. I didn't mean to. Okay, so get this. I now understand why they say people who check into this room never check out, okay? Because when I left and walked out that door, I got transported to a different location that wasn't even close to the hotel, okay? I had to flag down a taxi, which I've never done before because that's terrifying having to talk to people. I'd rather just hire an Uber and ask them not to talk to me, okay? But I had to flag down a taxi and come all the way back over here and get a load of this. Okay, so apparently you can see the ghosts only if they want to be seen, or if you have like a very special aura about you, special vibe, a sixth sense, or whatever, which I guess I don't have. I thought I did, being a Helsing and all. But the person at the front desk, which was this very nice young guy who, I don't know, his language was kind of weird. I think he was from the 80s or whatever. But he laughed at me and he said, "Let me guess, you're the human who's staying with us tonight." And I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, I should have warned you. Don't step out of the room because you'll be transported." Okay, that was not in the rules. Okay, they said, "Oh, you can go anywhere you want in the hotel except for the weird, creepy, abandoned amusement park," which I have so many questions about that. Second of all, they said don't go into any of the guests' rooms, okay? And they won't go into yours, which I thought was a kind of a bonus, even though they said like elevators and stairwells and like everywhere else is like free game. And some of the ghosts think it's funny to play pranks on you, which by the way, in the elevator, a creepy girl in a school uniform jumped on my back, okay? Scared the living daylights out of me. That was after that harrowing experience in the taxi. But that's besides the point. So next time we have a question, I'm sending you. Okay, not me, you. But safe to say, maybe we should just stick in the room. Which begs the question, why would they offer all those amenities to they're human guests if we can't even enjoy it? I bet my mom thought this was real funny and this is why she booked us this hotel. Oh, by the way, the menu for the food. Let me go grab it. The guy down at the front desk gave it to us and he said some rules or whatever, but let me go get it. Okay, so he said that, like, they don't have human food on the premises, which again makes sense. If you're a ghost, I don't think you're eating or whatever. But they did say that they prepared a special menu for us and, like, outsourced all the food and drinks, but because of that, it's like a really, like, limited type of deal. So I hope you're okay with steak and macaroni and cheese. You are? Okay. They did say they offer some soups and salads for, like, a vegetarian option, which I guess is a new concept to some of the older ghosts. They're like, back in my day, and I was like, I didn't ask, okay? Back in my day, like, get with the times. God. Anyway, needless to say, I will just be asking for a giant bowl of macaroni and cheese. Because meat is not really my thing, but I figured you wouldn't mind. Okay, good. And then they said they have a heaven or hell mixed drink, whatever that means. So, would you prefer heaven or the hell one? Same. Okay, same. I guess we'll order it. I think the phones work. Do you want to go? I'm not gonna call room service. You call room service. I just had to spend 30 minutes in a taxi in the rain and then get accosted in the elevator by a small ghost child. Okay, you are doing the talking, not me. But make sure you ask them to add, like, all the cheese, okay? All of it. Go. Shoot. Okay, so what did they say? Okay, so the food will be a bit good. I'm curious. Maybe later we can test this, but seeing as you could see all the ghosts even without, like, them offering to show themselves, I wonder if you left the room, that you could just, like, walk in the hallway and then come back in. I don't know. Some stranger things have happened to you. Do I need to remind you of all the spooky, crazy things? I didn't think so. Anyway, that will be definitely a test for later, but while we are waiting for the food, I figured, how would you feel about me painting a little bit of your face to get us in the spooky mood? I don't know, I thought it'd be fun. And no, it's not for one of my painting assignments. Gosh. Just thought it'd be fun. You can paint mine afterwards. Yeah, whatever you want. Yeah? Okay, let me go get my stuff. That's not the only spooky thing I have planned, by the way. So be prepared. We have some time to kill before the food gets here. Okay. So what were we thinking for your face painting? Yes, hopefully appropriately spooky themed, but I will also settle for, like, some pumpkins. Yeah, maybe some pumpkins, like, around your jaw. Or maybe some little bats along your cheek. Though, again, it's gonna look kind of like a child drew them. I know my drawing teacher is really nice saying that I'm improving or whatever, but I don't really think I am, so you might be stuck with some silly looking bats. Ooh, or maybe a spider along your temple, the legs coming over your eyebrows and to your eye. Do you think that would look cool? Yeah, just like right there. Okay, a spider it is. You're not afraid of spiders, are you? Didn't think so. Thought I would ask. Now, what color would you like your spider? I think appropriately spooky would be like a maroon or purple or classic black. What do you think? Black. Okay. Let me go get my brushes. You wait right there. Okay, so I grabbed a nice kind of small, like rounded tip brush, which should be nice for doing some nice curves and some nice like line weight, you know? So you can make it really nice and thick and then turn it, and then it could be nice and thin. Perfect for the little legs. So, you decided on black, right? Okay. Let me just grab a little bit of the black. Now, did you want it over this side or this side? Okay. So, my right, your left. Doesn't hurt to be like extra cautious. I have trouble with my lefts and rights. You know, it's something I've had since I was a kid. Okay, hold still. I'm just gonna gently start with the body of the spider. We're going to start with a nice little big circle, like that. Just like that. Like a nice big circle. Medium-sized circle, okay? Pick a little bit more. I'm just gonna kind of flick it a little bit, just tiny little flicks. Make the spider kind of nice and furry. Did you want it to be kind of like a silly idea of a spider, or did you want me to do like the body and the head with like the little pincers and the many eyes? So many eyes. Just the idea of a spider. Okay, we can do that. I might still add just a tiny little bit right here for the head. Add some little flicks like that. Just tiny little flicks. Flick, 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 flick. Perfect. A little bit more. Flick, 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 flick. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna start with the legs. Did you want them to end like around your eye, a little bit further down, almost to like the top of the cheekbone? Top of the cheekbone or the eye? Okay, no problem. Don't worry, I won't get any in your actual eye. So I'm just gonna turn the brush to the side and just gently start from here and then turn it over and just go like that. Turn the brush like this. Turn it to the side and then go all the way down. So we can make the legs look kind of like they're coming gently and curving. Line weight can play a nice big role in how something is perceived. Now for the sides, I'm going to have it kind of go out a little bit like this. And then down, we'll make the little legs on the sides a little bit more thicker. The spider's been working out. Okay, perfect. Okay, and then for the other side, I'm just gonna come over here and just gently kind of make the idea of the legs, you know, just kind of flick them out. It's gonna go down, down. Maybe a little bit more fur over here. I think it looks cute. Did you want me to draw like a little spider web or anything? Maybe a small one? Okay. I'll flip the brush over. Maybe grab this metallic silver color for the spider web. Okay, I'm just gonna come over here, just gently. I'm gonna start over here, just that. Kind of let the nice triangle shape. Now the line's gonna connect to this little middle point over here. Okay. I'm gonna start with the connecting line, tiny little holes. Perfect. As a kid, I used to spend a lot of time drawing spider webs, like the margins of my books or whatever. I don't know. I thought it made me seem edgy. Maybe that was the start of everything. From girl to goth girl. Seems like the right movement, I guess, for how my life was going. Also, I just thought spider webs were kind of pretty, you know? Especially when the light hits them just right and you see the little dewdrops on them. Let's see. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, do you want to go take a look? I told you it's not that bad. I told you. Maybe my drawing teacher is onto something. Maybe I'm getting better at it. Did you want to paint my face? Maybe later. Okay. Well, let me know. And I'll get the paints out again, okay? Perfect. Now, for your last spooky surprise. Be prepared. Are you ready? Are you scared? Can you at least pretend to act scared? Put a lot of thought into this, okay? Okay, thank you. Now, feast your eyes on the terrible, terrifying, and extremely nostalgic, scary stories to tell in the dark. Have you ever read these? No? Yes. A few of them. And they recently made a movie about it. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Let's see, on the back it says, read these if you dare. I figured we're already at a haunted hotel, so I think we dare. I remember the very first time I heard one of these stories. It was in elementary school, and I believe it was in music class, which was like one of the classes that we had like once a week. But I think the teacher just didn't want to teach us because we were all excited about Halloween. And she told us a story about this young boy, this young kid, who found a toe in his soup. And this monster, whoever belonged to the toe, came and got it back. And I remember going home and being absolutely terrified. I was horrified. And I don't think I was able to eat soup for a while. What can I say? I was a sensitive kid. But knowing what I know as a hellsing and what goes bump in the night, can you blame me? I genuinely thought there was like, going to be toes in my soup or whatever. Like stranger things have happened. So, I figured, now that I'm a much older young lady, that maybe these wouldn't scare me as much anymore, seeing as I'm now a practitioner of the dark arts. I mean, not that dark, but like a little dark, a little spooky. So, would you like to do the honors and pick which one we read? Scary stories. Okay. Let's see. Now, I don't have my reading glasses on me, so if I look a little silly, don't blame me. I know I remembered everything else except for my glasses. Ooh, this one's interesting. It says, they eat your eyes, they eat your nose. It's kind of like a spooky man. Kind of short. Let's see. So again, don't make fun of me. Don't have my reading glasses. You promise? Okay, good. It says, there are scary stories about all kinds of things. The ones told here are about a grave, a witch, a man who liked to swim, a hunting trip, a market basket. There is also one about worms eating a corpse. Your corpse. I wonder if that's what eats your eyes and eats your nose. The next one is the hearsay song. Hopefully they don't expect me to actually sing. Okay, let's see. Don't you ever laugh at the hearsay goes by, for you may be the next to die. They wrap you up in a big white sheet, from your head down to your feet. I like this rhyming scheme. They put you in a big black box and cover you up with dirt and rocks. All goes well for about a week. Then your coffin begins to leak. The worms crawl in, the worms crawl out. The worms play. I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen this word before. Pinochle. 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 On your snout, they eat your eyes. They eat your nose. They eat the jelly between your toes. A big green worm with rolling eyes crawls in your stomach and out your eyes. Your stomach turns a slimy green and pus pours out like whipping cream. This is terrifying. You spread it on a slice of bread, and that's what you eat when you're dead. Needless to say, I don't think I'll be eating toast or bagels for a while. That's terrifying. They read these to kids. I'm happy I only ever heard the one story. Let's see. Here's an interesting one. It says, may I carry your basket? Sam Lewis spent the evening playing chess at his friend's house. It was about midnight when they finished their game and he started home. Outside it was icy cold and as quiet as the grave. As he came around a turn in the road, he was surprised to see a woman walking ahead of him. She was carrying a basket covered with a white cloth. When he caught up to her, he looked to see who it was, but she was so bundled up against the cold, it was hard to see her face. Good evening, Sam said. What brings you out so late? But she didn't answer. Why would you go up to this person? It's starting to sound like someone I know. Kidding, cut it out. Then he said, may I carry your basket? She handed it to him. From under the cloth, a small voice said, that's very nice of you. And that was followed by wild laughter. Sam was so startled that he dropped the basket, and out rolled a woman's head. He looked at the head, and he stared at the woman. It's her head, he cried. And he started to run, and the woman and her head began to chase him. My goodness, okay. Soon the head caught up to him. It bounded into the air and sunk its teeth into his left leg. Sam screamed with pain. and ran faster. But the woman and her head stayed right behind. Soon the head leaped into the air again and bit into his other leg. Then they were gone. These are kind of spooky. I'm not gonna lie. Did you hear that knock? Do you think it's the lady in her head? Or just the food. Just the food. My macaroni and cheese, which totally doesn't look like worms that would eat me in a grave. Maybe I'll just enjoy my drink. Did you want me to go get the food? What if I'm too scared? Will you come with me? This is a haunted hotel after all. Thank you. I was kind of scared. Okay. Well, let's go and maybe we'll read a few more later. Okay, good. Is there any particular one that you would like to hear?